going to look at our frequently asked questions, and then we're going to cover blood vessels. Okay, blood vessels. The pathways for blood. Okay, the fixed route for blood, and then the blood vessels, they are essentially in two. So two types. These types are, you have the arteries and you have the veins. Okay, these are the main blood vessels that we'll be discussing today. Okay, you actually have some smaller blood vessels that branch from this, but then right now we are simply talking about these two. Why? Because you're usually tested on the differences between these two. Okay, so I'll first draw a diagram for you, and then just a quick comparison of veins and so this is supposed to be a circle, but yeah. So this one would be your vein. So draw it this way so that it's kind of different. Okay, so just draw concentric stuff, because if you want, you can even use this diagrams when you're distinguishing between the two. I'm very lousy at drawing, so if you're very lousy too, then you know, blind leading the blind. Okay, so this is connective tissue. This is called connective tissue. Okay, there's a specialized name for it, but then don't worry, you don't need to know the name. Essentially, this is called connective tissue. Okay, so let me veins here. Okay, so this is essentially called connective tissue. Draw another concentric circle and draw another concentric circle here. And this one would be concentric circle. Yeah, but then I'm sure you get the point. Okay, so this is actually supposed to be bigger. Okay, this is supposed to be bigger. So draw a concentric circle like this for this one, but then like this for this one. Okay, why? Because these are the muscle fibers. If you want, you can even put like this, and say these are the muscle fibers. Okay, these are the muscle fibers. There's a reason I put this one here. The middle part is called the lumen. There's a reason why I put it like that, very small here. Okay, there's a reason why I put it like this. And then obviously there's the endothelium would be the layer inside, but then don't worry, you're not required to draw that one. Essentially, you have these three aspects. These three aspects now, they're very important. So this one you're looking at an artery. Okay, and then this one you're looking at a vein. So this vein, if you see the lumen, it's we have to show that the lumen is big, bigger than the lumen here. If you want, you can even put this one smaller. It's still okay. Okay, I'm going to explain why the lumen here it's kind of smaller, and then why the muscle fibers for artery they're kind of bigger as well. So let's run down. Let's assess the differences. Okay. So differences. I still want to maintain the picture here that we have, so I won't be robbing anything. Okay, when you're asked to state the differences, first state the function. What does the artery do? Okay, the artery, they carry blood from the heart to the body. Carry blood. The arteries, they carry blood from heart to the body. Okay, these ones, the veins, they carry blood from the body to the heart. Okay, so this is the first difference here. These ones, the arteries, they carry blood, oxygenated blood. If you want, you can even say they carry oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. These veins, they carry deoxygenated blood. Okay. Then afterwards, you're supposed to say these ones, they're deep-seated. So it's also a difference. So two arteries are deep-seated. So I'll explain to you what that means shortly. So veins superficially situated. So you almost always you can see your veins. If you look at your hand, those two running towards your hand. If you, as if you want to look at your palm, if you open your hand like that, there's two veins running. You can see that they're exposed. They're superficially situated. But then arteries, you actually almost never see them. Okay, they're there, but then they're deep seated. They're in there. Okay, but then they're just deep seated. It means that they're not exposed. The veins, they're kind of superficially situated. It means they're very close to the skin. That's what you see here. And there's not that much layer between the veins and the skin. Okay. So we've talked about those two differences. So the K are blood from the body, from the heart to the body. Those are the arteries. And then we say that this blood, it's what? It's oxygenated. And this blood is what? It's deoxygenated. Okay. And then we also talked about the sitting. These ones, they're deep seated. Means that they're found within, like these like layers. They are like layers deep. These ones, they're superficially situated, so they are kind of exposed. Okay. And the walls there, they're very thick and muscular. So the walls here, the connective tissue, and then the muscle fibers, especially these ones, they're thick and muscular. Okay. Thick and muscular walls or fibers. Okay, those ones, they are thin and non-muscular. Let me get a different pen here. So, and then the next ones, arteries have no valves. Okay, so these ones, they have valves. So veins have valves. No valves here. Okay, so these ones, they have valves, and then the arteries, they don't have valves. We'll get to know very soon. But then essentially, our valves are there so that they can prevent backflow of blood. Okay. So this is a very common question as well. Why do we have veins? Or what do we have valves in on veins? In veins, it's because we want to prevent backflow of blood. Okay. So the fifth one is the movement of blood within the artery. This one is jerky movement. So jerky movement of blood. If you're asked to state the 3 or 4 main, then you are supposed to state just up to this part. But then if you're asked to state more than that, or you've forgotten one of the factors here, you can include these ones. Okay, so the movement of blood in the arteries, they're kind of jerky. This one, they kind of smooth flow. So these ones are jerky because, well, what's actually pumping the blood, it's the heart. So the blood is moving jerkily, as if with the pulse, as you pump the blood, then it would move in steps. So it's kind of jerky. But then for veins, it's just smooth. It's just smooth flow. That's what we have there. And what else? So the flow of blood in the arteries, it's faster than the blood and in the flow of blood in the arteries is fast. Okay, so blood is pressurized and moves fast. Okay, so this is, by the way, this is the reason why you have thick muscular walls, because the blood is pressurized. So the pressure, because the heart is pumping blood, and then this lumen here, it's small, and then these myofibrils, they are large because they have to withstand the pressure of the blood. Okay, and then the pressure in the veins, it's low pressure. Okay, so low pressure blood flow. So all these things, okay, if you're asked why you have muscular fibers here, it's because blood is pressurized, so it has to sustain the pressure there in the arteries. And then the other part is what we explained here. Okay, so this guy is oxygenated, this guy is oxygenated, deoxygenated blood. There are some exceptions. They're called the pulmonary. Exceptions are the pulmonary vessels. So the pulmonary veins and the pulmonary arteries, they're different. Okay, so this is the exception. If you're doing biology, then just learn about these as well. The pulmonary veins, so the pulmonary veins and the pulmonary arteries, the pulmonary vessels. Those are the two aspects that you're supposed to look into. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And just one more point, I think we can look at the movement of blood in the veins. Okay, so movement of blood in veins. Okay, so we have what you call valves here. Okay, so these are valves. Should be using a different marker here, but then yeah. So when the blood is flowing in this direction here, these valves, they open up. They actually serve a very simple mechanical function. So they open up these valves. But then when the blood wants to flow back now, because it's not pressurized, right? So when the blood wants to flow back, it will exert pressure here, and then it will exert pressure here, and then these ones now, they will move into close this, such that you have this closing here. Okay, so thereby you're preventing backflow of blood. This is what happens in the veins. Okay, so if you're pushing here, you're pushing this part, so the valves, they open up. Simple mechanical engineering. If you're pushing now in this direction now, you load this, so there's blood here, this one collapses, and then they close off. Thereby there's no backflow of blood, and then that's it. Okay, so the veins, valves in veins, there to prevent backflow of blood. Okay, some other textbooks, they say it's to make sure that blood moves in one direction. It's also a way to put it, but then more accurately, it's to prevent backflow of blood. Okay, so yeah, that's it for frequently asked questions. So that's it. I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.